In the future, we are going to be looking back at these times and recognizing that this was the catalyst that led to the next major crypto bull run. And Bitcoin right now is in a very precarious situation. After pumping 10% yesterday, we actually closed the daily candle, giving back 7% of those gains. And everybody's wondering what lies in store for the rest of the week. It's going to be very, very volatile as we have major events coming up within the next few days. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click that bell for notifications because we are bringing you the juiciest Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. And yes, Bitcoin did get a big move to the upside yesterday following the announcement the CPI data was released that inflation is in fact down. It's about 6%. This is about 0.4% lower than it was, exactly as predicted, and the markets did react quite bullishly. And coming up later today, we actually do have the PPI data that will be released, and we will see what the markets, how they react to this. Right now, they're forecasting a 0.4%. They're forecasting it come down 0.1%. If it is exactly as predicted, if it is lower, that could be bullish for these markets. But what's mostly bullish about the Bitcoin price right now and cryptocurrency in general is the fact that we have seen people FOMO out of stablecoins. We have seen people FOMO out of the dollar and go into Bitcoin. That is primarily what has fueled this pump to the upside. And what's encouraging to me is what we're seeing the president say right now when he emphasizes that the US banking system is safe after the Silicon Valley collapse. This is exactly what the president has said. He said Americans can rest assured that our banking system is safe. Your deposits are safe. He also said, quote, "Let me assure you, we will not stop at this. We will do whatever is needed on top of all this," end quote. What is the president saying here? He is saying that the government and the Federal Reserve will do whatever it takes to ensure that all the money in the banks in the country is basically insured for the depositors. Now, how is this possible? The only way this is possible if a bank is insolvent to provide that money to the depositors is by turning on the printing press. The Fed is bailing out these banks, even though they're not using that term bailout because you can't use that term. It's not very kosher, but that is what they are doing. And when the Fed is creating more money out of nowhere, that is going to pump the market. This is going to act as the catalyst that brings us into the next cryptocurrency bull market. And when we take a look at these charts on the higher term timeframes, we can see that the technicals and the fundamentals are finally starting to line up. We can see that every single market bottom, we come down to the zone between the 786 and the 886 fib, printing a macro bottom signal on multiple indicators, including market Cipher B. And every single time, the technicals and the fundamentals line up. Right? We've been seeing the technicals for a while. People are wondering, how is this bull market going to happen? The Fed keeps hiking rates up higher and higher and higher, and all these horrible things going on in the world. Well, here we go. This very well may be the catalyst that leads to the next bull run, because we do need the Fed to start loosening up, potentially even pivoting. So that brings us to where we are right now locally. What has to happen to Bitcoin for us to get more upside? Because although we have had a very bullish move to the upside, we are finding some key resistance right now. So what has happened over the past few days is this. After the announcement that the Silvergate Bank went down, we got a big move to the downside, finding support right at this 19,550 level. This is the level that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, 19,552. This is how I'm actually in the long trade right now. And also, guys, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we did give the long setup from the exact bottom in November from 15,500. We gave the setup from 16.3 later on in December. We gave the short setup from the exact top at 25,300. And we gave the level from the bottom at 19,552. If you want to join the community where we give these levels in advance, we give the setups, the levels, 3 live streams a day. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, to take advantage of this volatility with 0% limit fees on ByBit, click the link in the description because those fees can cut into your profits, especially if you, like me, are a day trader trading on these lower term timeframes. Of course, only sign up if you actually know how to trade. If you don't know how to trade, you will stub your toe on every piece of furniture in the house, burn your mouth on every single cup of coffee you drink for the rest of your life. Your girlfriend will dump you and you'll drop your cell phone into a dirty public toilet. So make sure you know what you're doing before you sign up on ByBit, but it is a good deal for people who do know what they're doing. We have come up now to the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement, and we have gotten a rejection. This is very key. We need to close a weekly candle above 25,350, and here's why. 25,350 will officially break us out of this massive volume area that we have been trading since May. The fair price of Bitcoin, according to the market participants, has been established between the price of $18K and about $25,000. And if we can close a weekly candle above this key blue line around 25,350, that in my opinion is a very strong close, and the Bitcoin price will get sucked up to the next major zone of resistance around $30,000. We can see we have a volume gap right here, right? This profile on the side, this is showing us where did most people buy and sell the asset, and nobody bought or sold right here. What that means is that there's a huge gap that will be filled very quickly when the price of Bitcoin comes up into it. We can see that very clearly, actually, on a more local time frame right over here back in November when we had this big drop to the downside. Once we came above this key support resistance flip, it was a very swift move back up. Okay, it was a very, very swift move back up. So right now we are coming up to the Fibonacci golden pocket resistance from the May high to the November low, and we are doing so with a very scary kind of signal here. We are seeing, as the price is getting higher and higher and higher, the momentum waves and the money flow on market Cipher is getting lower and lower and lower, right? We have the blue money flow down here getting lower as the price is getting higher, showing us money leaving the market, and we also have the momentum waves getting lower as the price is getting higher, showing us that momentum is leaving the market, printing that dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boob pattern, where essentially, as you can see, Sam Bankman-Fried, for some reason, and we don't know why, but his body doesn't distribute fat equally across both mammary glands. So the left side is very big and very floppy, and he flops it around and it draws Caroline over, and they don't use stop losses. And the right side, very, very skinny. As the price is getting higher, we can also see Sam Bankman's money flow getting lower and his red tattooed pepperoni nipples getting lower. This could give us a pretty significant move to the downside, so we need to be careful. If we are not able to reclaim that 25,350 level, we need to be prepared for a movement back down to the low of the range. Now, in my mind, as long as we are holding the key support of around 22.5, right where we have this golden pocket and this mini range value area low, then we're still maintaining a local uptrend, right? We put in our significant low, we put in our significant high. As long as we don't lose this level, we are still putting in a significant higher low, which could lead to a breakout. And as we have the news coming out later today, we will see what does the market want to do, because the weekly candle still has a number of days left to go. Again, if we close above this level, I will become very, very bullish. If we start to lose, as we can see right here, this 22.5 level, it could be, again, a very smooth move down, because it was a very fast move up. It could be a very fast move down, and we still have a lot of no area of support coming all the way back down to the low of the range. So we do need to be prepared for all of these things to the upside and to the downside. Guys, make sure that if you're trading these markets, you always have a plan. This is so important. Any investment you do, any trade you take, you need to have a plan. You need to have an entry plan. You need to have an exit plan if things go right and if things go wrong. Because if you are in these markets and you are throwing money at things without a clearly defined entry and exit and risk management plan beforehand, you are 100% going to lose everything. Okay? Planning out your trades and your investments in advance, planning for a potential win and loss, is crucial to being profitable over time. And this is something you want to learn. You can check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a 20% discount on this course right now. This will give you the blueprint to approach these charts with a plan and do so profitably, right? This is how we were able to long the exact low of Bitcoin. This is how we were able to long the CME gap. This is how we were able to take a short from our current resistance right now at the Fibonacci golden pocket, because we have plans in advance. And people were always like, Jason, how do you get such good entries? It's because we understand where price is likely to react, and so we can plan in advance for these trades, right? So if you want to actually do this and do this right, check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. Guys, that is it for today's video. May you all be very blessed in the name of Jesus the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray that you are very, very blessed. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace.